Apple Magic Mouse isn't exactly a popular product. So here's my defense why they might be both wrong and right. Look, I think we can all agree this might be Apple's one of the worst designed products. Not because it's not visually appealing. I find it very good looking. It's a minimal design. It comes in both black and white, but it's not like all the other competitor mice looks good. It's just the ergonomics of this mouse isn't that great, especially if you use something like MX Master 3 or something in that product line. If you come back to Magic Mouse, you would feel like your thumb is pretty useless. I know a lot of people doesn't prefer the Magic Mouse because it has only one button, but this has something far better, a touchpad, which allows for something called gestures. So using gestures, you can navigate or control your computer or your laptop. For instance, you can use a swipe back to go back to a previous page on a browser, or double tap to bring mission control. So more than having a second button, I would say personally I prefer having these gestures, which lets you navigate through your Mac or control your system in a much more efficient way. And best of all, you can also use these gestures on video editing softwares like Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro for that matter. You can move both up and down or sideways, which is very handy. Now, the ergonomics might be the reason most people don't prefer a Magic Mouse, but Steve Jobs have this phrase, you're simply holding it wrong. So you shouldn't be resting your hands as a traditional mouse on this. You should only rest your fingers that's needed for gestures. But I would be the first one to admit, I think if you have a bigger palm or a bigger hands, I don't think a Magic Mouse is the most ergonomic one out there. The placement of the charging port is a little bit silly, but 2 minutes of charging gives you like 9 hours of usage. One full charge gets me like 2 or 3 months. It annoys me like 4 times a year, but the placement of the charging port is one of the worst designs. I don't know why they couldn't have placed it somewhere along the sides. And it also uses a lightning cable, which I think is another major drawback. Whenever someone compares a Magic Mouse to all other mouses out there, they never seem to mention price. If you compare the prices, Magic Mouse is actually cheaper than all the other ergonomic mouses out there. Usually you see a difference of $100 to $150 between a Magic Mouse or something like MX Master 3. Now at the end it comes down to personal preference of what tech you're using, but I can't wait actually for Apple to release a second generation, or I think the third generation of this mouse with a better placement for the charging port and hopefully a USB-C.